Hello, everybody, and welcome to this Greater St. Helens League broadcast presented by VPS Game Time. I'm Nick Vole, joined by Orion Ludlow. Tonight, we have the Hudson's Bay Eagles hosting the Monarchs of Mark Morris High School in a fun two-way Greater St. Helens League matchup. Pretty excited. Orion, what a beautiful night.
This is a perfect night for football, Nick. I'm looking out there. There's not even the slightest of breezes. It's a little bit of a chill in the air. Just classic fall football. Great night for the Hudson's Bay Eagles homecoming game.
And I love it, too. You know, with the referee shortage we've had in our area lately, that's changed some of the kickoff times. And one of the unexpected benefits is we get a 5 o'clock game with this beautiful sun. We're going to see a sunset tonight. It's kind of like a silver lining, figuratively and, speaking to this cloud.
The lights are on, but we don't quite need them. Looks like Hudson's Bay is going to kick off here to start the game. We've been watching the warm-ups, and both teams have a robust roster, and we'll be bringing you some good highlights here.
Now our kicker is number 34. I don't have 34 on the roster, but 35 is William Sandeland, so let's hope it's him. There's a little squib. Mark Morris doesn't know how to play it, and Hudson's Bay covers the kick. We are underway. Mark Morris 2-2 on the year, 2-1 in the Greater St. Helens League. Hudson's Bay 0-3, 0-2 in the Greater St. Helens League.
But a couple of close matches. They've played, Elma pretty close, and obviously the big loss to Ridgefield is no surprise. Ridgefield is a cream of the crop.
Morris will take over from the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and at the beginning of the year, Coach Ray Lyons said that one of their team goals is to finish in the 3 or 4 spot. They kind of know, everybody knows in this area at the 2A level, you've got Hawkinson and Ridgefield at the top, and a young team like Hudson's Bay finishing 3rd or 4th would be a pretty good accomplishment. Here's the handoff up the middle.
Bay defense lined up to stop the run, but they still pick up 4 or 5 on that one.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. Scoreboard operator's not giving us the down and distance just yet, so we won't have that information until they do. But I can tell you it is 2nd down and about 5. And Mark Morris lost their first 2 games of the year before rebounding, winning their last 2 in convincing wins against Columbia River High School and Washougal. So they're on a little bit of a hot streak. There's a fumble. That ball's loose. Hudson's Bay picks it up.
Fumble on the play. Eagles
He's rambling, and that's a touchdown. Hudson's Bay High School goes up 6-0 in the first minute of the ball game.
That's a touchdown from number 53, and I don't have 53 on my roster either. What a great pursuit of the ball. Never stopped rumbling. I tell you, the Mark Morris Monarchs could not stop that return. He had a thirst for the end zone.
So a little bit of disorganization at the beginning of the game for Mark Morris really cost him a kickoff that doesn't get picked up right away, and then a fumble on their second play from scrimmage results in a 6-0 Hudson's Bay lead.
And that was Justice Phelan, the 5'10 senior. Here on senior night for Hudson's Bay, before the game, the seniors were coming out with their families. They were reading special messages to their families. It was a nice touching moment. Everyone giving hugs and high fives. It looked great. And what a way to get started for the Eagles.
So here's the kicker. I can see here this is Joey Roper, the kicker. That ball is up. And that ball is good. 7-0 Hudson's Bay.
Just 56 minutes seconds into the game, too. We're going to do it all again. It's going to be like starting the game over here on the kickoff, except with one team up by a touchdown.
Yeah, Coach Sean Perkins for Mark Morris cannot be happy about the way this game has started, especially after 2 weeks of near flawless execution for the Monarchs.
Well, that was a little bit of trickery on there, the fly sweep, and, Hudson's Bay had good pursuit on the ball. And, just a nice impact, knocked that ball loose, and from there on, it was a race to the end zone.
So Mark Morris lined up. Hudson's Bay still in the huddle, looking to do what they just did again. I think that's an ideal scenario.
Do what they did. Why do you do what you do when you do what you did to me?
I will say this. Moving on. I will say Hudson's Bay's roster is enormous, and I think that's such a good sign for the program that Coach Ray Lyons has built there. They've got a huge turnout, and in football, numbers is half the game here. You get students on the field, you win. And there are, I want to say, close to 50 players on this roster.
Yeah, it's always so good to see 11 players on the field and a big, robust group on the sideline too. You know that means that there's underclassmen and younger players coming up. That practices are fully attended. It's good to see, and it also means these kids are getting good grades. You know, you don't get to play if you're not doing well in school, and school's that first priority. And so it's good to see this many kids out. Mark Morris also has quite a bunch of kids over on their sideline too.
And Coach Ray Lyons is really one of those guys. You know, they say coaches basically break down into two types of coaches: system coaches and culture coaches. And Coach Ray Lyons is, absolutely a culture coach. He really works on getting his players to buy in, not just to the idea of playing good football, but being part of a football community and a family.
Yeah, he's training boys to be men, and that's what's happening in the players' lives right now. That this is a great place to learn, how to be a better person, a good person.
And I love too, Coach Lyons has the Bay program has their own little YouTube show called Building the Bay. Sid Sloan, a staff member at Hudson's Bay, puts it together for him, and it's a super fun show to watch. It's on their YouTube channel. We've also started putting it on our cable channel because I think it's a ton of fun. It's kind of behind-the-scenes look at how they, are building up the players and building up the team. So Building the Bay is what it's called. Make sure you Google that and watch it. It's a pretty fun show. So now after a timeout, Hudson's Bay will be kicking off. That's going to be again Joey Roper lining it up there. We have 5 new camera operators tonight. So shout out to Skyview High School. They sent us 5 students tonight doing this sports broadcast for the very first time. They're all on cameras. So if you see a couple shots that are not great, that's their first time. But when you see those shots that are killer, remember, these kids are pretty talented. And there's a return. Good return for Mark Morris all the way up to the 40-yard line. Better start than on the last possession. See if that turnover motivates them to be a little tighter here.
Yeah, and we'll see the same thing if that turnover motivates the defense to continue pursuing the ball carrier and the ball and see if they can't force another turnover. Turnovers in football can be the deciding factor in a game like this. And so, now that we've had one, we'll see if there's any more.
So Mark Morris lining up under center here. Same play we saw on the first possession last time, a little less successful this time.
Good stop there at the line of scrimmage by number 54 to hold up the ball carrier, and then his teammates came in and took him down. 54 that was Levi McKelly.
Yeah, if you have ever been around Hudson's Bay High School, you're going to know the name Michaele from the many family members that have gone through that school, and yet another good one on the football field here tonight. And that one goes nowhere. Hudson's Bay swarming on that play. Jaden Anderson on the carry goes nowhere. He is a big boy. He is 6'3", 215 pounds. But when you've got 2 guys trying to tackle you, it doesn't make life easier.
This one here. Yeah, number 8, Mateo Verona on the stop there. Looks like
would be 3rd and 10,
so
Monarchs.
Linebacker.
3rd and 10 now for the Monarchs. Quarterback Debians is back in the shotgun. He's going down the middle. That ball is dropped. A little bit behind the play there. That was, is that Jaden Anderson who threw that pass?
Yeah, that was number 10, Jaden Anderson, trying to get the ball to Langston Bartell, but like you said, it was just a little bit behind him. He had to stop and turn. The ball slipped through his fingers. And that forces 4th down. So Mark Morris is here in a punt formation. That's going to be a turnover and a stop in a 3 and out for the Hudson's Bay defense.
So this is
a start.
Kellen Debians back to punt. Also see him at quarterback tonight. Good boot down the right side of the field. Here's the return. Cuts back. He's still alive. He's turning the corner there. There's a flag on the play. Looks like a block in the back around the 35-yard line, but a great return there by Mateo Verona.
Yeah, had a good stop on second down there on defense, and then back to return the kick on the punt. That was he really dodged that first tackler and found some open field space, but that flag is way back on the 34-yard line. Looks like there's another flag out now near midfield, so we'll see what the call is here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a second flag or just a supporting flag to show that to show the Bay bench that there was a flag thrown. We'll see the refs talking it over now. You can see on the right side of your screen there, or almost see on the right side of your screen there. Yeah, I did see a block in the back, so that it's definitely going to be a Bay flag. Let's just see what they call.
Which is going to erase a nice return. Might even put the ball back behind where Verona originally fielded that punt. Let's see what the call is here. And if there's multiples. Boy, it's a nice night.
Sure
it's
is.
just, it's been nice to have the rain back.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed it. It's this cyclical thing. It's good to be able to depend on the rain coming. But, boy, this is a night like this for football. Things can go fast instead of being sloppy and slow. Just really glad that the weather turned out this nice for tonight's game.
So I'm a little confused. I saw the call from the official. There was a block on the back on the return. That penalty was declined. They called a different penalty on the Eagles, and it is still Mark Morris football. So I don't know if it was a roughing the kicker. I couldn't tell what the second penalty was, but whatever it was, the result is a first down, Mark Morris inside Hudson's Bay territory.
He must have been a personal foul because it looks like they've moved up 15 yards from the original line of scrimmage where they were on fourth down.
At the 46-yard line of the Eagles territory.
I keep interrupting the PA guy, so I'm going to guess 15 yards, though. Personal foul or roughing, yep.
In any case, it is Mark Morris ball. Debian's under center. Motion man goes again. Looks like there's a penalty flag on the field. A false start on Mark Morris. And that'll push him back 5 yards, back into their own territory.
Even get started. It'll be a false start against the Monarchs. It'll be 5-yard penalty.
Good crowd here tonight for senior night. Not not a real, it is a COVID era crowd, but you can even see some Mark Morris fans down on the Mark Morris side of the stands. But lots of cheers tonight for senior night. That was cool.
Yeah, and Kiggins Bowl is a gigantic stadium. It holds a ton of people, so even big crowds don't always look huge. But this is a pretty good-looking crowd tonight. Hopefully, maybe later we'll get a shot of that for you. All right, so there's that play we've seen a few times. Up the middle. This time he's got some space. He drags himself near the first down. That's the big guy, Jaden Anderson. Looks like they're calling it a first down. Well, no, they are not.
It's about a yard to go.
The down guy, the guy with the stick fooled me.
That is a big guy to bring down. I mean, you look at the average size of these players. A 6'3", 200-plus running back there he goes again.
And this time he goes just beyond the marker for the first down, but a pretty good stop there by Hudson's Bay.
So far, Mark Morris has had one pass play, several runs from the running back, and one sweep from a receiver. So they're definitely working the pass or the running plays right now, and Hudson's Bay they're defending the run as well.
Yeah, they're swarming the ball well outside of that big 14-yard run. And this time it's right up the middle with Anderson again. He picks up about 5. He's the kind of runner you can tell that will wear you down. So he'll have a 2-yard run, he'll have a 3-yard run, but as this game progresses with his big body, it's going to be hard to slow him down as players get tired.
It's not going to be any easier to tackle him later in the game. So Desbian's in with the play from the coaches.
And here he drops back on the play action, hides the ball behind his hip. He's looking deep to the right. He's got a man, but overthrows it. Good little bit of trickery there.
Another flag down. It looks like it's down in the
Misses his
defensive
target. Pass the
backfield.
ball incomplete.
Is that a too many men on the field?
Looked like it. I see what they're talking it over. That pass
There's
there
another flag on the
intended
play.
for Jackson Eaton, the standout receiver for Mark Morris. Seeing the replay here. Just beyond his reach. You can see that there. Good replay by the crew. Looks like they're counting it backwards, so it'll be 2nd down and about 10.
Ineligible man downfield against the Monarchs.
So the scoreboard is now operating for us with down
Results in a
distance. So
5-yard
that'll help us a
penalty.
little bit.
So that was an ineligible man downfield. Does that mean a lineman
now 2nd and
made it
11.
too far downfield before the quarterback threw the ball?
Yeah, almost certainly. Or I mean, that's the most likely thing. But it also could have been someone ineligible who thought they were eligible who ran downfield, depending. All right, so Desby is back in the under center here. Another motion across. We've seen that a lot. This is a play we've seen 3 or 4 times tonight. Hand up straight off the middle. Hudson's Bay sniffs that one out, and Anderson goes nowhere.
And that's how you're going to have to tackle a kid that size. You're going to have to do it as a team. And you can see that they got one player got a hand on him. Someone else came in and dropped him down. He was,
It's a gain of 2
for
on
a
the
big guy,
play.
he's
That'll bring
shifty.
up 3rd down and 9.
He has a quick lateral movement. So that was a nice tackle and could have gone for more.
Now you see these plays over and over again. These dives up the middle. I'm curious to see what we're going to be setting up here. We kind of saw it a moment ago with that play action where the quarterback rolled out, but we'll see if they're trying to set up something deeper. So under shotgun for Debians here. Rolls to his left. Chucks it downfield. That ball is intercepted.
The pass is intercepted by
What a
Quincy
catch. Did you
Blocker
see that?
on the
He
sideline.
did the old
And the
one-hander,
Eagles-
kept it in play. Quincy Blocker with
Eagles
the
get
big
the
play.
ball
Here's the
back.
replay. Watch
His
this.
toes.
Whoa.
Oh, just such good footwork to keep it in bounds and keep that. Just keep the turnover a turnover. Nice work on that defense.
That's
Yeah,
now
Quincy
2
Blocker,
turnovers
interesting
forced
kid.
by the
Paul
Eagles
Valencia
defense
wrote an
in
interesting
the first
article
2
about him
possessions.
recently. He took a year off from football because of COVID. He used that time off to drop 50 pounds.
Yeah, and to find himself, to come back a stronger, better guy, and he really feels like he has. His coaches agree. He's now a leader on this team, and what a good play for a leader to make.
Yeah, and you can see how athletic he is. He must have been a
First and
terror
10
at
the
260, but at
26-yard
210,
line,
boy,
the Eagles will take over for
he's
the
a
first
lot to
time
handle.
tonight.
He plays both ways. We might see him here on offense too.
All right, so back in the shotgun now for Dean Castillo. He hands it off up the middle. This is our first look at Hudson's Bay's offense for the night. Doesn't feel that way, but that's Nigel Brown on the carry, a 5'11" junior. He picks up about a yard. You're calling it 2. It's 2.
Yeah.
So Hudson's Bay, since I've been watching them for the last 10 years, it seems like they've always got 2 or
Pick up
3
about 2
really
yards, it'll bring up
fast
2nd and
dudes,
8.
some speedsters. We saw a little bit of that on that kick return by Mateo Verona, and I think we're going to see that from Dylan Damos and some of those other Eagles. I don't know how a school manages to produce fast players, but Hudson's Bay somehow seems to do it every year.
Well, they have great coaches, but speed, I've heard. So you can't coach height or speed, or it's one of those great attributes that
Timeout Eagles.
timeout for the Hudson's Bay Eagles. I think that's maybe our second timeout of the game, because we had that one on the kickoff too.
Yeah, well, it's important to get the game off to a good start. We saw that with Mark.
Hey, if you're a Twitter user, you can follow VPS Game Time to get the latest schedule information and more. The Twitter handle is @VPS Game Time. We also share good sports news from around our area with that account, so I think you should follow us. Follow us today. We might just follow you back. That is something that has actually happened.
Sometimes we follow a lot of people.
That's good. That means you get a lot of information. It's and is this game on Twitter right now?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this game is on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and Comcast Channel 328. We try to put it in as many places as we can. because we know not everyone gets their stuff from the same place.
Yeah.
2nd down and 8 now for Castillo. He takes a snap, hands it off around the end. Here he goes. Close to the 1st down for Dylan Damos. We just called his name a moment ago when we were talking about fast guys, and you saw why.
Yeah, that was some speed to the outside. No kidding. It just about broke it for a 1st down. Looks like he might be a yard or 2 short, which would bring up 3rd down, unless they're marching this back.
Oh, they called a holding. I didn't see the flag come out. Did you?
I didn't.
So
I did see the referees having a conversation.
Here's the run around the end.
Boy, look at that. Boy,
This one's
turn the
coming
corner.
back. It'll be holding against the Eagles. That's a 10-yard penalty.
Disappointing there for Hudson's Bay. They turn a 1st down or a near 1st down into a long 2nd down. So penalties really hurting them so far, both on that punt and now on this play, pushing them all the way back to their own 15-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and about 16.
Close to 20. Okay.
I'm not good at math.
Let's call it 19.
19, you're right.
20 even.
That's why it's so important for me that the scoreboard operators is doing down and distance, because, you know, I didn't go to school for math, folks.
No,
It'll be 2nd and 20.
that's why I love borrowing money from you, Nick.
Handoff up the middle. He's fighting, but not a lot of room there.
Pickup of about 5 though, 4. Pickup of 4. So
Nigel
we're
Brown
looking
on
at
the carry.
a nice long 3rd and 16 now.
Nigel Brown on the carry. So 5:42
another
left
flag
here
on
in the
the
1st
play.
quarter. 7-0 Eagles.
Eagles scored first time they touched the ball, picked up a fumble, returned it about 25 yards for a touchdown. Less than a minute into the game. Since then, it's been a little bit back and forth. We've seen lots of running plays, clock runs. We've got another flag on the field. And Hudson's Bay is moving it back
Holding
half the
against the
distance to the
Eagles.
goal line. They're at about the 9.5-yard line now. And gosh, at this point, it's
Now we're at
gonna
2nd
be
and
2nd
30.
21.
And it's longer than 21 at this. I mean,
It looks like it's 25 to me. But again, that math thing we were talking about.
25. They're saying 31 yards on the scoreboard.
Goodness. Okay.
They've got 2 downs to do it. It's 2-down territory. It's only 2nd down.
Yeah, right. It's not a lot of field behind him.
They swing it out there. He's got a blocker. Great defensive play there. So that pass out to. I don't have that
I
number.
do have 33 over here. It could be Ryan Aceves, a senior running back.
And then Deacon Dietz on the tackle there. Great bit of tackling by Dietz because
Open field.
the Hudson's Bay blockers were out there. Dietz shed his blocker and made the play. That was not easy. Yeah, there's
His
number
blocker
4.
may have actually been Blocker.
No, Quincy Blocker was his blocker.
Sometimes things just work out that way.
So 3rd and 21.
3rd down and 21 for the Eagles.
A good bit of a good pickup on a normal play there, but they need a little bit more here. Castillo takes the snap. He's looking deep, got nobody open, rolls out to his right.
Hot pursuit and a sack.
Castillo sacked on the
Great
play.
sack.
Trying to find a number on that pursuit man there. I think, if I'm not wrong, that's Carter Kaiser on the tackle. He did not give up on that play, showing good wheels. He came from the far side,
4th and
chased him all the way
27.
across the field, dropped him. Watch him come across right here. Castillo's got his eyes up looking for a man, just doesn't have anybody.
Nice pursuit. That was good. He closed the gap and didn't allow the quarterback to get rid of the ball. And now it sets up a punt from out of Hudson's Bay's own end zone. Never a comfortable place for a punter. The Eagles are going to have to worry about blocking and then getting downfield, because this is going to be automatically great field position, most likely, for the Mark Morris Monarchs.
Levi Michaeli back there to kick, takes the snap. Low kick. He's going to chance it. Here's the return. Goes nowhere. Good bit of open field tackling there from
Ryder Bond, perhaps?
I think it was
Caden
Ryan
Gonzalez
Aceves.
with a nice tackle. He goes
So that
nowhere on
was
the
Deacon Dietz
return.
with the return.
That was number 33 with the tackle. Yes, sir.
In any case, it is Mark Morris football on the 40-yard line
of Hudson's Bay.
So they're getting what they want here. Let's see if they can turn this into some points.
Going quick, too, right up to the line of scrimmage. They're ready to go.
So Kellen Devian's under center here. Hands it off up the middle. Guess who? It's Anderson again. He has not a ton of room. Picks up about 3 on the carry, and it'll be second down.
Nice job there by number 54 of Hudson's Bay. That's Levi McKelly, and he got the shoestrings, and someone else finished it off for him. Nice bit of tackling. About a 3-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 7 on the 35. Shotgun.
Whoa. Went down like he was shot. That was
And there's a flag before this one even gets started. It'll be offsides against
on the Eagles there. I looked down on my paper for 1 second, and I looked back up, and the lineman is moving backwards.
Well, when it looked like it was Clayton Gomez. Clayton Gomes. He came up out of his stance and put 2 strong hands on, I think it was number 77 down there, Kevin Larson. Put him back.
So nowhere to go. He keeps this play alive, and he shovels it forward. There's no receiver in the area, and there comes the flag.
Yep, that was he was trying to not lose any yardage on that play, and it's either going to be an illegal forward pass ahead of the line of scrimmage, which is what
There's another flag on the play.
think is he probably threw it before the line of scrimmage, so I think that's going to be ineligible, right?
Yeah, here's
or illegal or
here's
grounding.
The replay maybe. Oh.
Let's see what call we get here. They are talking it over.
And here's the official's going to call it here. See in the bottom of your screen there. There's a penalty against Hudson's Bay. I don't know if that's a hit out of bounds.
Personal foul, late hit.
They are calling a late hit.
That is amazing to me because the quarterback threw that ball. Maybe they were saying he was out of bounds before he threw it, thus making it thus rendering the pass moot.
Sure. Okay, that would make sense, but it really eats up about half the field for Mark Morris. They're down to the 15-yard line now. That end zone is looming for them.
Another really costly penalty for Hudson's Bay. They had, this is their third big penalty that's given Mark Morris momentum.
Yes.
Although Mark Morris hasn't capitalized yet, so I guess it hasn't cost him yet. Here's the pitch out to the right. Anderson runs into a host of Eagles, still picks up about 4 yards.
Boy, again though, just tackling.
The short side toss picks up about 4 on the play.
We're broadcasting today from inside this brand new room here at Kiggins Bowl. We have a much better view of the field than we have ever had before. This is really
make that 5 yards. It'll be second and 5 for the Monarchs.
Here's the run up the middle for Mark Morris. It goes nowhere. Going to be third down for the Monarchs. Yeah, this new room we are in, they built as a result of the bond measure passed by voters about 4 years ago. One of the many improvements here at Kiggins Bowl is a new broadcast room for us. We have 2 rooms actually, one for our camera and equipment, one for us announcers. We are out of the press box. We're out of the coach's way now. We're out of the newspaper folks' way.
Yeah.
We don't have to hear the coaches screaming at the defense to do things, which is great.
Or if you say, boy, that was a bad play call, and then the coach looks at you from 2 feet to your right angrily.
All right, here comes.
Oh, rolls out left. He's got a man open, but he's going to keep it. It's a race for the end zone.
And that's a touchdown, Mark Morris. This game is now 7-6. So those penalties for Hudson's Bay finally catch up to him, and Mark Morris capitalizes on the quarterback scamper. Debian's there with the run. He had options, as you mentioned, but he made the right call in keeping it, not risking the pass.
It's not easy for a right-handed quarterback to roll out left, and he did have a open man, but at that point he had a direct line for the for the pylon, and he took it.
See a replay here. He's got his man. He's got his man. He's saying, "Give it to me. Give it to me." Oh, fine. I'll block.
Yeah, it's 6 points either way. Now
And
they went for 2, and we're denied.
That 2-point conversion attempt is failed. The Eagles still
a lead for Hudson's Bay, 7-6. 1:27 left here in the first quarter. A long first quarter because of all those penalties. There was a lot of clock stoppage. See what Hudson's Bay is going to do here to answer for that touchdown. They shot themselves in the foot on their first possession, but you can see they know what they want to do on offense, and that's get it to the fast guy. So if they can avoid penalties, see if they can answer. See them down on the sidelines there.
Yeah, this will be the first time that they've, taken a kickoff and put the sort of start the game the way they probably the play calls they had set up. We're going to see the Hudson's Bay offense give it another shot.
And we were mentioning the improvements here at Kiggins. The broadcast booth is just one small part of it. The internet is now here at Kiggins Bowl for the first time. This building was built in 1933, and surprisingly, they did not lay internet lines down. So finally, there is hardwired internet here and Wi-Fi for people, so that's exciting. We have new turf on the field, which was sorely needed. There was some rough spots out there, and there's some more I'll tell you about in a little bit, but here's the kick. This one's a squibber. Hudson's Bay will return it. Oh, he's got some space.
Oh, yeah. A little bit of a stumble, but all the way out to the 43-yard line. So Hudson's Bay is going to have a nice short field to work with.
I think that was Caden Gonzalez, if I'm not mistaken, on the return. Although I might be mistaken.
The winning number of the
I tell you, the older I get, the harder it is to see numbers.
Of the third quarter.
Oh, you and your math.
I do some things well and some things I don't. Just getting old.
I know. I see all this youth and vitality down there on the field, and it makes my knees hurt.
All right, so we've got Castillo stepping in under the center here. That's pitch out. Not a lot of room there. Is he keeping it alive? Yeah, he gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And beyond. Nice. No give up there. Nice job.
Some nifty running from
Mateo
Verona.
He's able to break a few tackles around the outside.
One of those plays that doesn't show up in any kind of highlight reel, but makes a big difference. An individual play that keeps, the chains moving a little bit.
Yeah, a loss of 2 turns into a gain of 2, and that's keeps your offense moving. It is 2nd and 8 now.
So Castillo fakes the handoff, rolls to his right. He's got a man wide open.
That's Caden Gonzalez, and he's eaten up some yards.
That is an Eagle first down inside the 40-yard line of Mark Morris. So that's what Hudson's Bay wants to do. They want to use that speed, and they do it there.
Eagles first down.
Pick up of about 16, I'd say, on that. And, man, you're right. Some of the speedsters on Hudson's Bay, they've got several kids that can really motor.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 38-yard line of Mark Morris.
There's our replay.
Nope.
No. It's okay. We are Hudson's Bay in Monarch territory now. Ooh, quick inside handoff. And we're closing in on the end of the first quarter. 7-6.
So not a perfect first quarter for Hudson's Bay, but I think they'll take it. Mark Morris can probably say the same. A lot of mistakes on both sides, but a tight game so far, and both teams on the board. 7-6 at the end of the first. When we come back, Hudson's Bay will be driving inside Mark Morris territory. We're not going anywhere. We don't have commercials, but when the game resumes is what I meant to say.
I could do a commercial.
What we will do is tell you some interesting information. We have a new show that the school district, Vancouver Public Schools, has been producing in conjunction with Evergreen Public Schools with a little bit of help from Battleground Public Schools. It's called Clark County Scoreboard. It's a weekly show. We do highlights, we do interviews, we feature boys and girls sports. It is a pretty fun show. It's hosted by Brian Slyke, who's the voice of the Portland Pilots. He's doing a great job with it too. You can watch it every Wednesday at 8 p.m. on Comcast Channel 328. Also available on the VPS YouTube channel. So make sure you tune in. It's pretty fun. We use people's tweets and photos too. We use highlights from all over the place. We're working with the Columbian's been helping us out, giving us their footage. We're also interviewing Micah Rice from the Columbian every week to give us his insight on local high school sports, and he's always got a lot of interesting things to say. We're also getting some cooperation from the folks at Scorebook Live. So a lot of people chipping in to put the spotlight on our local high school athletes. So,
and there's a lot of sports going on in the Vancouver area, Battleground and Evergreen. This is a sports-rich community, and I think that's a show that this area has needed for quite some time. Families want to see how their athletes are doing. Graduates and alumni want to see how their school's doing, and so it's a good place to get that information, and it's fun.
And it's also interesting to hear what people have to say. We do these broadcasts, but we don't get to hear from the athletes. So here's Hudson's Bay again, breaking tackles there. He picks up about.
That was Verona.
Mateo Verona with a nice
Mateo
run
Verona,
around the
another
right
tough
side.
run.
That's another first down too for the Eagles. I do believe. Oh yeah.
So Verona there showing it's not just speed, able to keep that play alive with a little bit of muscle.
And that'll be another Eagles first down.
And they're at the 26-yard line. 1st and 10.
A couple of pass plays, but mostly you're seeing both of these teams keeping it on the ground and with speed and power. Kind of a different look, but same successful results for each team.
This time up the middle of Verona again. He breaks a tackle, but can't break the second. Picks up a couple of yards on that one. Some good team tackling there out of Mark Morris.
Pick up of 1. Second and 9 for the Eagles.
Third down, it's going to be. Second down, it's going to be like 2nd and 9. I think that Verona picked up just a single yard on that play. You can see the replay here on your screen. He side-slipped that first tackle, but couldn't get the number for the tackler.
I think that was Ryan Robertson. So here's back to pass. Throws it up high. That's a completion. Dylan Damos with the catch.
Caught by Dylan
Dean Castillo with the toss.
And that's right around the first down line, and indeed, that is a first
Gains
down.
about
Markers
11
are
on the
moving.
play. And
Hudson's
that's another
Bay
Eagles
is
first down.
closing in on the end zone themselves.
Nice. That was a tight window for Castillo to squeeze it into, but he did a good job of putting it right where it needed to be. Damos turns back to get upfield, and looks like we have a timeout. Mark Morris makes sense as the Eagles are driving, try to end that momentum a bit.
Well, so far,
Mark Morris.
this has been a really clean series for the Eagles. No penalties, actually, even for both teams. And now we're just getting to see good football. Slight little breeze blowing the flags around on the goalposts. Just a touch. You can see the American flag. I can see it just moving a little bit. So,
And I'm not sure if you can hear it, that Hudson's Bay band here tonight making a lot of noise supporting their team. One of my favorite things about high school football is hearing that band playing.
yeah, kicking out the songs. When the opposing team it does something good, and you hear like the Darth Vader's Imperial March from the Star Wars or something. That's I do love how it's the soundtrack of high school football.
That's a great way to put it, yeah. And I like to, over the years, as new songs get introduced into sort of the marching band canon or the school band canon, like Seven Nation Army is probably
totally
the most recent addition, that joined Louie Louie. But here's Castillo back. He pitches it back, nowhere to go, but those feet are moving.
Yeah, Verona again with it
Short
seemed
side
like he was
toss
going to
goes
be
back
stopped
to
in the
Mateo
backfield,
Verona.
and not the case. He ends up picking up
Where he breaks
at
several
least
tackles,
2.
pick up 3.
Looks like he's marked out of bounds there at the 13.
It'll
So
be 2nd and 7 for the
You
Eagles.
see him keeping his feet moving here on the replay. He kind of jumped over
On the Monarchs,
Mark Morris
14-yard
player on
line.
the ground there. He's shifty. And good upfield blocking by the Eagles, too, because he's getting hit, but he's not getting hit squarely. It's just an arm here or a hand there.
yeah,
So
and he's quick and a little squirrely enough that you could see he sort of lets those things slide off him a little bit, and that gives him the opportunity to tack on more yards. And now here we are at 2nd and 8.
Castillo back in the shotgun.
Verona to his right, now to his left.
Oh, that ball is barely held on to. Castillo kept that play alive. He didn't catch that ball cleanly, and that little delay cost him. And I wasn't sure if that was called to be a draw or a quarterback run, or if he just sort of bailed on it once he didn't handle that ball cleanly. But in any case, it's a third down now for Hudson's Bay. 3rd and 8. You can see there, not a lot of space. I think even if he had handled that ball cleanly, it looked like Mark Morris had some pretty good penetration there.
See, I want to call this 3rd and 7. I want to and they changed the scoreboard. They heard me. So this is
it'll be 3rd and 7.
A really important play right here.
From the 12-yard line.
We do know that Hudson's Bay can kick. They did kick the extra point right through after their touchdown, but 7 yards to go here to get a timeout from the Eagles.
Timeout, Hudson's Bay.
They're going to talk this over. I think the coach knows how important this play is too. They want to make sure everyone's on board.
So coming up at halftime, you'll want to stick around. As you may have heard us mention earlier, it is homecoming. And at halftime, there's going to be the usual homecoming festivities down on the field. We are going to stick with it, show you those. Normally at halftime, we'll run some videos, take a little break, but it's too important, I think, so we're going to stick with it and show the homecoming festivities. Again, we're talking about one of the things that makes high school sports such a fun thing, and homecoming is so much fun to be a part of, and everyone's so excited, and you get some royalty, that sort of thing. So stick around for that. Don't. If you're going to get a sandwich, do it now.
Yeah. Well, don't do it right now.
Well, it's a timeout. I mean, it depends how quick you can make a sandwich, but yes.
At this point, you got time to go meat bread back to the. Unless you're watching this on your phone, then take it with you.
And you can see those cheerleaders and the Eagle mascot down there. They're ready for some homecoming fun, and they're ready for an Eagles touchdown. Let's see what they can do here on 3rd and 7. Castillo back in the shotgun now.
Verona lines up to his left, man in motion.
He's going to keep it, evades one tackler, has not a lot of room, cuts it back, does not get there. He's going to be down around the 7-yard line. It's going to be 4th, and I want to say about 5.
Castillo takes it himself.
3?
Yeah,
He's brought down short of the first down marker.
Maybe I'll even say 2.
I'm going to default to you on all of these in the future. Let's see what they're going to do here. Do they want to chance it with Roper, see if he can put it through the uprights, or are they going to go for it?
Well, Roper has been warming up with the kicking net on the sideline. I've seen him take many kicks. He's keeping that leg, supple and stretched out, and we know that this is a distance that he can put it through.
But Castillo is out there, so I think they're going to go for it here.
4th and 3 on the 9-yard line.
Well,
and you know who they've got in that backfield now,
Eagles
too. They've got big Clayton Gomez in the backfield. Gomes as a fullback. And in to run the ball is going to be Levi Michaeli. Let's see what happens. This is their big package. Here's Michaeli. He goes nowhere. That is a 4th down stop, and that is Mark Morris football.
Loss on the play, and the Monarchs will take over at the 12-yard line.
Looked like Zach Ziegler busted through the blockers and caught up to Levi in the backfield, and that was a really important stop, forcing a turnover, and actually by stopping him in the backfield, getting a little bit further away from their own end zone, giving them a little bit more space to work with. So that's
you can see right up there, and actually also on that tackle you had number 33 Justice McCann made the initial contact. So pretty great defense there from Mark Morris, penetrating and busting up that play.
Real good red zone stop.
Now here they are on offense. They go off tackle here. It looked like that might have been number 2 Kobe Parlin on the carry.
Maybe a yard. I would say no more than 2.
Monarchs gain
so we'll see how conservative they are in the shadow of their own goalpost, as they say. About on the 11-yard line or 12-yard line or so. 2nd and 9 now for the Monarchs. Again on the sweep to the outside. Here's Parlin. He's got some space, breaks it up the middle. That's a 1st down for Mark Morris, out to about the 27-yard line. So a good bit of running there from Kobe Parlin. We haven't called his name much before to this possession, but some good speed to the outside there for him.
And breathing room for the Monarchs now. It's so much easier to run your offense when you don't have the goalpost. You're not in the shadow of your own goalpost.
So the first several possessions, 2 or 3 possessions for Mark Morris anyway, we saw Jaden Anderson with runs up the middle. They've now switched to the outside running game with Kobe Parlin, so a little bit of strength versus speed there for Mark Morris. And it's going to be 2nd down and 9. Oh, there's a flag on the field. I didn't even see it. The players were blocking it. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, they're about the 26 yard line.
I have not seen a call yet. The officials are still gathered, trying to figure out what's going on. The only thing that my only complaint about this game so far is just the number of penalties. It's such a beautiful game and the beautiful night, and the players are playing well. Just penalties. So here comes the official out onto the field. He's going to make the call here. Now he's going back to talk it over again.
See, there is a flag back on like the 12-yard line, and then one up there on the 26-yard line. So interesting to see what this might be, who it's going to be against, because it's going to be the difference between better field position.
Looks like a hold against Mark Morris.
Well, that's going to move him back quite a ways.
No, it's going to be 2nd down again. Oh, no, there's also a penalty against Hudson's Bay.
So is that just replay the down?
I didn't see the offsetting motion, so I'm not sure if those penalties are offsetting. Kind of looks like they're going to snap it from the same
You have 2 flags on the play, one against each team. Holding on Mark Morris, that'll be a 10-yard penalty. And a personal foul against the Eagles, that'll be a 15-yard penalty. An automatic 1st down for the Monarchs.
So thankfully we can't hear the PA announcer, and they had the straight scoops. It was a holding penalty against Mark Morris, and it was a personal foul against Hudson's Bay. So it's a 5-yard gain there for Mark Morris and an automatic 1st down. So it'll be 1st down Mark Morris on the 21-yard line.
Well, I didn't see the personal foul, but man, if you're at Hudson's Bay, this is like the 3rd big penalty.
The 4th big penalty.
Yeah, that's, I mean, 15 yards is, I know we're not a math thing here, but that's a little less than a 1/6 of the field. You don't want to give the other team that much free field. I mean, even in this case, it's just a 5-yard offset, but, oh man, you don't want to give away 1st downs, and you don't want to give up those big penalties.
That personal foul is actually
sure that's going to be something to talk about at halftime. We are still about 8.5 minutes from halftime.
As it's 1st down Mark Morris. This play resumes on Mark Morris's own 21-yard line.
I'm not sure what the holdup is here. Finally, the official there blows his whistle, and we're going to line up. We've got Desbian's back there in shotgun. This ball goes up the middle, nowhere to go there for Kobe Parlin. Great job by Michaele busting that play up.
No doubt, he got into the backfield.
Eagles with a big stop right there.
Clayton Gomes may have been part of that too. It was a real
as Clayton Gomes is able to bring him
bust
down
through the line, and that play was going nowhere fast.
You can see there, as soon as the handoff was made, there were 2 Eagles in the vicinity, 54 and 55. Michaele and Gomes. So 2nd and 11 now for Mark Morris. Here's Desbian's taking the snap, dropping back. He flips it out to a running back. This play is going to go for about, maybe even a 1st down. He extended that play out. Looks like he is going to be short. Might step out of bounds on the far side there. The Eagles had pretty good coverage on that play, but he managed to break out, pick up about 9.
Yeah, you get outside of another piece of laundry there, Nick.
Oh, my goodness. You can see there that was Justice McCann on the reception. Have we seen what the call is yet? No, here comes the official stepping forward to make yet another call.
Screen pass would have been enough for the 1st down, but this one might be coming back.
It's like a block in the back from Mark Morris, so that's going to be 2nd down again, this time from, see the official walking it back from about the 12-yard line.
It's an illegal block in the back against the Monarchs.
They're just going to take us from 2nd and 11 all the way back to about 2nd and 20. 2nd and 19. So, you know, all that talk about getting away from the shadow of your own goalposts, and here the Monarchs find themselves back on their own 12 with like 20 yards to go for first down.
19 for
It's
the
too bad, too.
Monarchs.
It sort of takes away a couple of good
There's
plays
a fumble.
they've had.
Debians picks it up and goes right to his knees. That ball looked like it's hit
Fumble
one
on the
of
play.
the
Mark
motion men,
Morris
one of
falls
the
on it immediately.
running backs in the backfield. Debians did the smart thing and just dropped on it. Great play there for the Eagles. Now it's
That'll
third
bring up third and 21.
Maybe a little bit of a miscommunication on the snap for between the center and the quarterback if it did hit the man in motion.
Hey, but there's some good news. No flag.
Yeah. Hey.
Gotta
Now.
Find the positives in life, guys.
Dang.
So 3rd and 20 for Mark Morris. See if Hudson's Bay can come up with a stop here. Debbie's back in the shotgun. Trips right. He drops back. Looks like it's a screenplay. Going to pick up some there with Anderson, but I don't think he's got enough room. That is he's getting stood up. Wow.
Lifted up.
Literally lifted up.
Nice stop.
Picks up about
He's 6'3". He was about 6'9", towards the end of that play.
So great defense there by Hudson's Bay. Gave up about 8 yards, not nearly enough for the first down. The punt unit's going to come on now for Mark Morris.
And boy, the Monarchs
Watch
are going to
this.
have to punt
That'll
from
bring
their
up
own
4th
end
and
zone.
13.
Watch this. He goes into the pile, and then he goes
Up.
Monarchs
Yeah.
punt it away.
Good team tackling there from Hudson's Bay.
Yep, very good. And I've seen
Mateo
that's something
Verona
I've really
back deep
noticed
for the
from them
Eagles.
today is that if one man gets on somebody, it's 2 men, 3 men.
So here's the punt. Verona back to return. He's going to have some opportunities to return here. He does not break that first tackle. Oh, he does break the first tackle, but not the second.
Whoa, my goodness.
That's
What
a case
in
of
the
speaking
world?
too soon. Here he goes around the corner. He's got a shot here. There's a Hudson's Bay player with his helmet off who's injured on the field as well.
Well, big
But Verona
return
with
by
a huge
Mateo
return.
Verona,
I called it too early.
picking up way more yards than he
I
should have
thought he
after
was stopped
breaking several
multiple times.
tackles.
He never stopped turning those feet. He never stopped looking
Nice
for
return by the squat
the next
master.
direction to go. He's a shifty, fast runner, and you saw he was heading left. He ended up finishing that play along the right sideline. Really nice play.
Watch him break these tackles. There's one. I thought he was right there. I thought he was down, and I thought he was down right there. That's three
that's three.
tackles, 4
Yep.
tacklers. Here he goes around the corner,
He
showing those
outruns
wheels.
this guy.
Runs out of room. What a great return. That puts Hudson's Bay on the 20-yard line. 1st and 10 at the 20. Now, an unusual play there, too, because in the middle of that play, we saw a Hudson's Bay player with his helmet off walking off the field as the play developed around him. We hope he's okay. You see he's getting his eye checked down on the sidelines. I think they're doing a concussion check on him. Hopefully he's doing okay.
It'll be 1st and 10 for the Eagles at the 20-yard line going in.
So now Castillo back in the shotgun. He's got Nigel Brown behind him, waiting for the officials to start this play. Very deliberate crew tonight, a lot of talking between them.
That injured player, Chase Hart, he's done being checked out. Helmet's still off. He's feeling his head.
Yep.
But he's on his feet. Good to see.
See if he returns. He might have just got a little bit of a stinger there. This ball swung out to the outside. Is that ball
That
still
is
alive?
it is. That was a backward pass, and really great awareness there from Dylan Damos to pick it up
That was
off
a
the
backward
bounce
pass.
and actually turn it into a net gain when we could have had. That could have been just an ugly turnover.
It's ruled a fumble. That was a backward pass.
Yes, it was ruled a backwards pass, and it ends up being a gain of 1 for
Dylan
the
Damos
Eagles.
has the
So
awareness to pick it up.
well done, great awareness. That was a quick
Turned
play.
into a positive
Damos
gain
was
of 1.
kind of in
2nd and
motion
9
a
for the
little
Eagles
bit
at the 19-yard line.
when that play was developing and was back behind the quarterback. Ball came in a little bit low, and no harm, no foul, literally. No flag.
So Castillo back in the shotgun. Brown out in motion to the left. Castillo looking that direction. No, but he throws it up the middle. There's Damos again.
I think that's enough for a first down. What an interesting pass with a
pass
little bit of
complete
misdirection.
to
The
Dylan
middle of the
Damos.
field there where the linebackers line up was a little bit
Gets it inside the
unprotected.
10-yard line into the 9.
Nice catch in stride and a good pickup.
First and goal.
Yeah, really clever
Eagles.
play because when Brown went in motion, it looked like that was going to be a swing pass, but then they went the opposite direction, right up the middle there with Damos. Makes a nifty little catch, finds the space he needed to pick up the first down for the Eagles. So now it's going to be first and goal on the 9-yard line for the Eagles.
Great camera work there from our student crew. That replay showed just how good the downfield blocking was by the Eagles. They had men marking or players marking other players and really gave Damos a chance, and he made the most of it.
So there's Verona. He's going to burst through. That's a touchdown. Hudson's Bay.
On the toss to the short side. Touchdown.
So,
Eagles.
great play to end what really was a pretty good possession from Hudson's Bay. Started with that terrific punt return for a short field, and then positive yards, even with the fumble, positive yards the whole time. Look at that. Good blocking and
Mateo Verona
speed.
from 9
Yeah,
yards
Verona's
out.
got wheels,
Makes
but
a
that
few
play was
defenders
sprung by
miss.
the downfield blocking by the Eagles.
And crosses
Great
the
teamwork
goal
there,
line.
great execution.
Nice
And that
run,
is 6
squad
points
master.
for Hudson's Bay. They're up 13-6. And now here comes in Joey Roper to attempt the extra
13 to
point.
6, Eagles lead.
Snap hits the turf. The kick looked like somebody got a piece of it, but it went
The extra
through.
point squeaks.
Wow. That's a good sign for the Eagles
To
if
make
those
it
sort of breaks are
14
going
to
their
6
way.
Eagles.
Boy, it didn't look like it was through here.
So
That was
here's the
something.
touchdown.
No, this
the play before the touchdown.
Yep.
We're seeing this one again. That's a great swing out there to Dylan
Coach
Damos,
Jay, please don't injure
setting
the
up the touchdown
athletes.
pass. So I hope maybe our replay team will be able to give us that extra point. I'd love to see if Mark Morris touched that ball. I don't know how that got through the upright. And after the play, Roper, the kicker, was coming off, greeted by a coach. They jumped up and hit each other, Chicago Bear style. Roper went down. The coach outweighs him a little bit, but some very excited Eagles.
Like a Tecmo Bowl touchdown celebration.
Exactly. Walter Payton goes up high. You can tell how old we are by our frames of reference.
Yes, we're definitely the 8-bit generation. And coming to you in beautiful HD.
So Hudson's Bay coming in now to kick off. 4 minutes and 13 seconds left here for the Monarchs to try to tie this game up, get some momentum going back their direction.
I think some really good play calls on that last possession from the Eagles. It was, they exploited a little bit of open space in the field, and the line was really doing their job. Everyone was hitting a Monarch, and it really cleared some space for their speedsters. That was an impressive possession from the Eagles.
Yeah, because you're talking about it's not just play calling there, it's execution as well. There's a kick from Roper. This one's fielded cleanly at the 20-yard line. Not a lot of room there for Kobe Parlin, but still a good opening field
return,
position
yeah.
here at the 35-yard line or so for Mark Morris. And they've got 4:06 to see what's going on. Now, Hudson's Bay at some point pick up the ball, and they're trying to say it's theirs. The officials ruling that play down. Nigel Brown with the ball, pleading his case, but not getting anywhere with the official. But some good special teams play there from
Monarchs will
Hudson's
take
Bay.
over at their own 35-yard
Yeah, nice kick.
line.
And like you said, cleanly fielded by Mark
Nigel
Morris
Brown
in
with the
return.
tackle.
Returned well. It was most of the kicks we've seen so far, as far as kickoffs, have been grounders. So.
And there's Nigel Brown there on the sidelines telling everybody about that play. Here's a run up the middle now from Anderson. He's got some room. Going to pick up about 6 yards with his feet there and his shoulders pushing his way
goes for
forward.
7
He
yards.
definitely moves the pile.
Yeah, it's
2nd and 3 from Mark Morris.
I mean, you just see he towers above a lot of the other players. He's still getting back to the huddle a little late. Had something to say there.
You can see him on this replay just pushing and shoving forward. So now 2nd down and 4. Mark Morris with the ball. Here's Devians on the another penalty there. It looked like perhaps a false start.
Yeah, when
There's a flag on the play
blow it
before
dead.
this one gets started.
It's usually a dead
That's
ball.
a false
offensive
start
foul.
against Mark Morris.
And it is a false start. So we're going to move it back 5 yards, which will give us a 2nd and 8
Morris coming out now. Looks like Devian's in the shotgun on this play. Oh, excuse me, under center. He's got Anderson behind him. He's going to flip it out to the near side. 2 Eagles in the area. Not a lot of room. That ball's out. That is a Hudson's Bay. No.
Oh.
There's a fumble on the play.
Wow. Boy, it seemed like number 55, he had it. He knows he did, and it just squirted loose.
So Langston Bartell made the reception, then dropped the ball. Clayton Gomes fell on it, and he tried to get up before he had it, and Mark Morris recovers. Still only about a 3 to 4 yard gain, so it's going to be 3rd and 8. But Hudson's Bay with a missed opportunity there to get the ball in Mark Morris territory. You can see him there, mad at himself, trying to catch his air there too. Hurts when you fall on that ball sometimes. It'll knock it right out of you. Here's Devian's back. He's rolling out to his right looking for a receiver. Doesn't have anybody. He cuts it up. He has nowhere to go. And that's going to be a 4th down for Mark Morris on the 42-yard line.
Good coverage by the defense. They pursued in the backfield, and like there were guys waiting for him when he got across the line of scrimmage. That was a nice stop from the Eagles. And again, 3 or 4 guys there on the tackle all at once, and it's
it makes it 4th and 3 for the Monarchs.
It's a nice thing to see that the defense really does seem like they're all on the same page.
Let's see what Mark Morris is going to do here. They are coming. They're going to go for it. Here they are in
about 3.5 yards to go here on 4th down.
That means take snap. He's going to roll out to his left, looking downfield, makes the throw. That ball is caught. 1st down, Mark Morris. Langston Bartell on the catch.
And it was Mateo Verona on the coverage, and he had, I think, great coverage, but what a pinpoint pass right into the arms of the receiver. A really nice offensive play, too. Quarterback rolling left. He's right-handed. He delivered that ball right on the money to a player who was covered. There was no room for mistakes there. It was a 4th down play. That's got to make the offense feel pretty good.
Yeah, and they've got 2.5 minutes to get the rest of the way down the field. Plenty of time to make this happen. This is a pitch out to the right. This is going to be a pass maybe from Anderson. He's looking. Throws it across his body. That's into coverage. That is incomplete. Nearly a Hudson's Bay interception. Anderson should have kept running that ball probably. I think he had room out there to the right, but I think when you're the halfback and you get assigned a toss, you're going to throw it no matter what. And that ball thrown up for grabs, nearly a Hudson's Bay interception. The Mark Morris receiver there effectively became the defensive back to try to knock that one down.
And I can't tell if that's Verona number 8 or if that was number 6, but yeah, that it was Verona again. Boy, we've said his name a lot today. We've said it on offense. We've said it on defense. We've said it on special teams. He is everywhere, and he was in on the coverage on that play.
A little swing pass there out to the running back. Not a lot of room. Picked up maybe 2 or 3. Driven out of bounds into the Hudson's Bay sideline.
Justice McCann.
Be 2nd down.
Yep, he's been someone that Mark Morris can depend on for touchdowns this year. McCann has. So.
Excuse me, 3rd down.
So not a lot of yards on that. Looks like they're going to call it about a 2.5 yard pickup.
I'm really impressed with Hudson's Bay's pursuit tonight. They are not giving up on plays, and they're getting to that ball really quickly. So, Mark Morris is finding the spots that needs to be, but there are Eagles waiting there for them. So now 3rd and 8 on the 41-yard line. 2:12 left here in the 2nd quarter.
Looks like 4 receivers and 1 in the backfield. Quarterback is in the shotgun. I think we might be seeing a pass. At least you can see Hudson's Bay is defending the pass with just 3 down linemen.
Kobe Parlin in motion. Here comes Debians, drops back. He swings it out to Parlin. Parlin's got some space. He's going to get to that marker, and that's a 1st down for Mark Morris.
Nice play there. The defense was ready for it, but that was a speedster play too. You can see the aiming for the 1st down marker and beyond.
And after the play, you can see the Eagles pointing to where the other one, thinking who should have been there. It was you, and it was me. So a little bit of miscommunication in there for the Eagles. That results in a 1st down for Mark Morris, and obviously good execution there from the Monarchs. So 1st and 10, ball on the 32-yard line with 2:05 left here in the 2nd quarter. Debian's under center now, takes the snap, hands it off up the middle to Anderson. He grinds his way forward for about 3 or 4 yards. See
Seems like
players
maybe
helping each other up. I love that good sportsmanship there. I just saw Monarch. That was Langston Bartell run over and pick up the lineman there for Hudson's Bay.
Yep, not the first time either today. It's good to see because, you know, tempers can get hot out there. You're getting hit, you're getting tackled, and
Second and
keeping
6
that
after that game
sense of
4.
humanity.
Devian's on the rollout. Not a lot of space. A lot of Eagles out there. And that play goes nowhere. They lose about a yard. That's going to be third down and about 6 with a minute
That'll bring up
20
third
and
down
counting
and
here
6 for
on
the
the
Monarchs.
second quarter clock.